I'm Steve.
And I'm Les.
And this is Tabletop Tastings, another episode of Sip and Play. Les, what did we play?
Today, I'm so excited that we had an opportunity to play the 1 to 4 player Kickstarter game, Galactic Cruise.
Oh, man.
What a beast of a game.
Yeah.
In Galactic Cruise, it's a worker placement game where you've got one of 12 different options that you're putting your workers out to accomplish. And essentially, you're looking to build your Starship cruise ships. You're looking to plan out your destinations. You're looking to recruit passengers that will be interested in those destinations and the blueprints that you've put on your ship. You've got to create new ships. You've got to plan out agendas. This game is a monster and it's absolutely beautiful. Everything about it is meticulously sculpted. The components are beautiful. The Kickstarter upgrades for the metal money is beautiful. The expansions are beautiful. Everything about this game is absolutely glorious. I had an opportunity to meet the designers of the game as well, and we did a quick interview a year ago when the Kickstarter first launched, and I'm super excited that the campaign has come in, and we finally got to sit down and have a chance to play it. Steve, what were your thoughts on our 2-player game of Galactic Cruise?
Les, you basically said it all, but I'm happy that they started with Galactic because this thing is gargantuan. It is of galactic.
It's a monster. It's a monster.
It's epic. This is very intimidating. This is not for your everyday, not every day.
I'm glad.
It's not for your newbies.
The first time you played a board game, this isn't when you want to go.
If you started with Monopoly and want to go into Galactic Cruise, don't do it.
The teach, and I struggled with this one because the teach on this game is horrible. Yeah. I've looked at some learn to play videos online, and there's a fantastic one which is actually recommended through the game manual to watch. But the learn to play is 51 minutes for the game. Yeah. I think my teach of that, I consolidated that down to maybe 20 minutes for you. However, there were parts of the game, like launching a ship, that I just did not cover with that initial teach, because it's we'll cover that when we get there to it. It's a huge game, but Steve, I love every aspect of this game. It doesn't feel like there's a bad action. And I love this mechanic of, putting these gears down to connect them between buildings, and then that giving you access to the buildings adjacent to where you are. I love when you get booted out of a building, that you get a bonus for that, and that those bonuses are upgradable. I love that you've got upgraded workers that get you that bonus when they kick somebody out of a spot. I love everything about this game.
I have to agree with you 110% because this game was really intimidating to look at. And we filmed another episode, another couple of things beforehand, and I'm looking at this going, oh my word. But I absolutely love this. Yeah. You can tell that this was designed by guys who know their stuff, who have played games basically their whole life. They have taken parts and pieces from all of the best games out there and they have put it together. I love that, like you said, every move that you make is not wrong. It helps you in some way, shape, or form. So I'm like, do I want to do this? Just do it, because it's going to help you down the road. There's not a wrong move. Man, this game, there's so much to it. And I've always said, every time I play a game and I get to the end and then go, oh man, okay, I want to try this and I want to try that, or I'm going to play it a little bit different next time. Although it's funny because we were talking about it when we finished and I'm like, I don't think I did anything wrong.
No.
And obviously, we'll watch and see.
Okay, well,
I won.
Steve
I did win,
but just
not by a lot.
A few points. So when
but it doesn't matter because I still won.
When you're over 100 points and the point spread is, maybe 8 points or so difference, It's really good. And as we were going through that final scoring, I would jump ahead, and then you would jump ahead. And both of us were like, it's going to be so close.
Yeah.
Both of us were on the edge of our seat.
Yeah, part of the time our score pointers were like on the same spot. I'm like, okay, I might have this. And then there was a point where I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm going to win this. But it just come out at the end.
I had a ship I didn't launch.
Yeah,
and
you didn't launch it.
It counted against me. Yeah. And one thing I appreciate as someone who teaches these games is Ian O'Toole is the artist for this game. He's done Heat. He's done so many phenomenal games. Yeah. Is that the iconography is so tight that there were things I hadn't explained to you yet, and you just caught up on them. And you knew what they were just based on how well the iconography is done for this game.
Yeah. It's an awesome game. Again, like it says like 90 to 150 minutes on the side. Maybe if it's 2 players, well, we're way over that.
We're 3 hours, but it was our first playthrough.
It was our first playthrough, and like the next time we play, we'll be a lot better at it. And I can't wait to get this out and play it again. Everything about it talks to me as someone that loves board games. Everything is so good. And again, like it's one of those games where there's no wrong move. It's just like where you're going through and you're trying to strategize. And I probably try to overthink things, which is the only thing that I would say that I maybe did that would come against me or work against me in the end, because everything helps you, which is awesome. Because it keeps things nice and close, and not one person's not going to run away with it, as we saw in our playthrough.
The manual for this game is an absolute
it's crazy.
Beast. It's heavy. But what I do love is they have these little employee handbooks,
these are great.
which are great little quick reference guides, and there's one made for each player.
Yeah.
One thing that I like as well is I did have an opportunity to play test this game when the Kickstarter campaign had launched, and my name is in the manual for being a playtester on this game. So super excited for that. Steve, this may be a new favorite game. I'm trying to think of something I enjoy more than it, and I can't think of very many.
Eclipse is like one of those games that you and I love to get out. We don't get it out enough, and it's beefy. Like there's a lot to it. This
takes it up a few levels. It takes it up a few levels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it's not close, like it goes beyond.
Yeah.
Just looking at it,
it's vibrant,
the visuals are amazing.
Yeah.
Like simply amazing. I love every single little bit of this game.
Okay, so on that front, Galactic Cruise is a game both of us love, and I cannot wait to play it again. I hope the whiskey you have brought to pair with this game is of equal caliber. Steve, what have you brought to pair with Galactic Cruise?
So I believe that the whiskey that I've brought is a beast as well. And so you can see it behind us. We have from the Sons of Vancouver, the Realms of Rye, their second release. It is the Dark Fruit and Cacao. Or cocoa. Let's see the bottle pop. Let's crack it open.
It's such a beautiful box.
It really
I love
is.
the burning of the letters in the side of it here.
Yeah, SOV, Sons of Vancouver. It's very Booker-esque.
Oh, yeah, some similarities.
Bookers,
a little rough around the edges, though.
It is, yeah. It's like really very rustic, which I think kind of goes along with their kind of the theme of their distillery as well. So let's do the nice reveal. What's going on? Wow, that sucker's on there.
Very nice.
Very nice. I know that there is inside a little write-up, which comes with all of theirs. So this is the Realms of Rye. It's their second release, the Dark Fruit and Cocoa, or Cacao, depending on who you are and where you're from. It's got some extra hair on it. Wow. I'm actually really impressed with that bottle. That is nice.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's crack this bad boy.
Let's crack it. Okay. It's got a tab, which is nice. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing this.
all the way from the south shore of Vancouver.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. I
Now
like
it's
it.
a black cork?
Yeah, black cork. So it's the it's not actual cork. It's a plastic, which is cool.
Okay.
Everything that I've been reading lately, it does help to kind of save the flavors in, keep everything nice and tight.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's have a little bit of this. Actually, let's have a pretty good sample because this is a beast of a game.
Is this going to be a beast of a rye?
Oh, yeah. So did you have the volume 1 or their first release?
I don't believe I did.
No? Okay, so I've had a sample of that, just a little bit, right? And it was really good. So I've been looking forward to cracking this.
So the nose my initial thought when I sniffed it was Kool-Aid.
Okay. Yeah.
And I saw
Yeah,
some,
I get
is
that.
it cherry on the bottle? Some dark fruit.
Dark fruit, yeah. And cocoa, so
it's
chocolatey.
Some of those candied fruit and notes.
So
off it.
just as I said cocoa, I was taken back to my childhood with the Count Chocula cereal.
Okay.
Seriously.
I wasn't allowed to have Count Chocula, so I only got it when I visited friends. We had cornflakes and Rice Krispies.
Oh, you poor guy. Man. Yeah, I'm really, really loving that. Oh,
So good.
that rye, like, so you're getting spices off of it. Oh, and something, I'll get into a little bit more as we go through it, but I love that they're not adding anything to it. All the flavoring is coming, not even from a finishing in different barrels. It's all American oak and ex-bourbon barrels, I believe. And so, but they're getting all of that flavoring from the way that they distill it.
That
mature it.
baby's got back.
Oh,
That
yeah.
nose just doesn't quit.
No, like, oh, man.
Can we go in? Let's go in.
No, I don't know. I got a nose out for a few more minutes. Yeah, just like, wow.
It is
Yeah, let's,
crazy good.
all right, let's go in for that.
It's doing some crazy weird things.
Weird things, but good weird. I really love that.
Can you, in words, explain what's actually happening?
So I'm getting, maybe you are getting the same thing. I'm getting like this tingly on my tongue. And it's just like pop, it's almost like pop rocks in that like it just keeps popping and just adding extra layers of flavor to it.
I think it was kind of a roller coaster. You got your ups and your downs with it because there's like that bite of flavor and mouthfeel, and then it calms down, and then it comes back again and bites a little more.
Yeah, like it's very, very complex. This is not just a simple distilled rye. Like this is complexity in a bottle.
And the mouth feels the same too. So it immediately dries your mouth
Yeah.
out, and then it kind of adds a little buttery tone to it at the finish and kind of smooths things back out again. I've never had anything that feels like this bottle does.
And it's almost funny because it is rye, but like, so it's got that spiciness to it, but it's not like any other rye I've tried. Like any other rye. It is very different than them in a really, really good way.
This is delicious.
Wow.
Very good.
So Les, there you have it, our initial reaction. Let me tell you a little bit about it before we get kind of into our thoughts as we were enjoying it and going through this beast of a
Please
game.
do. I'm
So-
super excited.
So the distillery is really, it's kind of the quintessential Canadian story. They're situated on the North Shore. Actually, I said during the bottle pop South Shore, apologize, I'm not from Vancouver, I'm from Ontario. So on the North Shore, James Lester founded it.
Did you say Lester?
Yeah, James Lester. Yeah.
A little bit of less
Less
in
is
there.
more.
That's right. I like it.
Yeah. So he founded Sons of Vancouver in 2015, and really at the core is passion. And if you
I knew there was
enjoyed
something. I
this-
knew there was something in there. I didn't realize it was the passion.
So-
But the passion stands out.
Yeah, exactly. Passion, or you know what? Like if you enjoy something from Grandma's house, it's because she has passion, she has love behind it, right?
She does.
Anything she makes is love.
Grandma's pies were
And you know what?
top notch.
So Sons of Vancouver, their passion really shows through all the way to the finished product, which we really enjoyed. So this is their passion. This is kind of their mission statement. They wanted to distill rye for the whiskey lovers by passionate whiskey lovers. And you can really see that. So their goal is really to change the face of rye whiskey in Canada and abroad. And it's funny because you say in Canada, like Canada's kind of known for their rye. Right?
Sure, yeah.
That's kind of been our staple all the way along. So how are you going to change that? Well, you need to innovate. And that's really what they've done. So I've really kind of gotten to know Jenna. She's the whiskey program manager and one of the partners at Sons of Vancouver, but she's also a fellow Southern Ontario sipper.
Ooh.
So she's in our Discord and so on. So
Our whiskey club, yeah.
Yeah, our whiskey club. So I've talked to her a number of times, and anytime something comes out, she's always very vocal about it, answers all the questions, all that kind of really good stuff.
Good vocal or bad vocal?
No, 100% good vocal.
Okay, that's great.
She doesn't talk bad about anybody, and you can ask her any question. Even if some guys are like a little bit negative, and she'll just be like, hey, this is what we do. And I don't know how you can be negative about it, because what they're doing is simply fantastic.
I've been blown away with how much I've enjoyed
so
this.
good.
And it took me to several different places, because the ride was, it was a roller coaster. I think is what I mentioned during the tasting, is that just how complex it seemed and how it changed throughout the taste for it. And we've now been enjoying it for about 3 hours as we played through this game. And my love for it has just grown with each and every passing minute. This is a fantastic whiskey.
It is so good. And you know, like this Colossal game needed something that fit that, and I really think this does. So this new series from them, so they've only had 2 releases in the Realms of Rye.
Really?
So
They've done this with just 2 releases?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the other one is a 100% rye. This is 100% rye. Did you know that?
No.
Like, I would not have guessed that. You would think, okay, they finished it in something, they've added something to it. No. 100% no, they did not add anything to it. So they don't add any extra flavoring.
Well, that's why it's got all the
they
kick.
don't add, they don't add colorants. They don't even use different finishing barrels, right? So a lot of things are finished in sherry or so on and so forth. They rely solely, basically, on their passion, right? So on their fermentation, on the maturation, and really on just their blending skills. That's what you get from being really good at what you do. That's amazing.
I am shocked. And on that flip side as well, this game, Galactic Cruise, is the first game these developers have made for themselves. And for them to come out swinging Kinson Key Games with such a blockbuster game is nothing short of phenomenal.
No, it's a grand slam all around, really. Like this is not like their first attempt and they're hitting it off the tee ball.
No.
Right? It's grand slam. They've got all the players have run into home base. I gotta say the same thing for Sons of Vancouver. Grand slam, they hit it out of the park. Like, it's amazing, amazing stuff. Now, it probably does help that it is cask strength. So they're only doing so many balls. In fact, it tells us on the front. So there's 333 of these available. And we have bottle number 56 of their second batch. Dark fruit and cacao, or cocoa, I don't know, however you want to say it. 59.9% ABV. Oh, I can't say enough good things about it. It's just so good.
Regardless of what you're saying or how you say it, Steve, I think we've learned a very valuable lesson.
I think we have.
And that is, if you're going to play the 1 to 4 player Kickstarter game, Galactic Cruise, with the most immaculate board game inserts imaginable, then you want to pair it with.
Oh, do you ever want to pair it with Sons of Vancouver, the Realms of Rye? This is batch number 2, dark fruit and cacao, or cocoa, however you want to say it. I don't care how you say it. This is what you want.
My name is Les.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Tabletop Tasting.
That it is.
Have a great day.
Yeah. That is insane.
this is one when I was unboxing it. Like, I got exhausted.
You should have said it. Like, I'm out of breath.
I did, like 40 minutes into it, I just did like a big sigh. It's like, I'm tired.